everything on making this show for Sarah. And it's very few times that a writer will put his own heart and love on the table.
How could it not be complicated emotionally? And him caring that she had a huge success. So it upped the ante.
The musical maestro went into meltdown.
He did one of his blow-ups. He went purple and red and went up against the wall and said, "I'm going to withdraw my score. This is terrible.
I've had enough of this. I'm going to take my score. No, that's it." So he leant over to pick up the scores, and of course they're really heavy because you think that each act has about 200 or more pages of music in. Picked up the score and couldn't carry them. They were so heavy.
And the pressure was also piling up on his wife. Unlike Crawford, who only appears for 40 minutes, Sarah would be on stage for almost the entire show, all the time knowing that the knives were out.
Sarah knew that people were wanting her to fail as well. You know, everyone kept saying, "No, she's just a dancer."
It was a huge thing, and she'd also got the fact that the press were not against her, but they didn't think she could do it.
I knew I was right for the part. I auditioned for it. So, I mean, I can't say that it didn't bother me, because I'd be a very cold person to say. But what could I do? I mean, it was there and people were saying those things.
Now, even the composer was getting anxious about his wife's performance.
Sarah was singing, "Wishing you were somehow here again."
Wishing you were somehow here again.
And he went, "No, not really." We went, "Oh, God."
Wishing I could hear your voice again.
I used to sit beside Andrew in the stalls, and at that point, he would say, "You can't hear Sarah. Michael's very loud." And I would have to grab him by the leg as he's legged it up the aisle, pulling Michael's fader down a little bit, and then pushing up Christine. And so I worked out very many ways of distracting him.
Rumours reached the press that the once harmonious union was out of tune.
The press heard the marriage was not in a very stable situation. I mean, that's what I first remember it actually coming from, was the way that, because the photographers and everybody was hanging outside the stage door, and Sarah was in tears a lot.
I must ask you, what has it been like working with your husband?
The same as it always has been. I mean, ever since I've been married to my husband or been with him, we've worked together, so it's absolutely no different at all.
There's been stories about how you shouted at each other and
There
stay
are-
apart from each other outside.
There
Must
are
warn you, they are
always
subject to a
stories.
major libel action at the moment.
Thank you for that warning.